Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Those of you that actually tune into my channel. Because I'm actually not receiving a lot of traffic on my video game videos, so it seems like I'm just doing it just out of sheer hobby. Gonna try a new game today. And let the credits play out. See an opening scene here where our farmer is driving up on his farm that just got sold. We're assuming he's the buyer. I see a set of keys. You ever get that brand new car feeling first time you take it out? I think he did. And there's some more. I have to say I can be very appreciative of the soundtrack, but from that opening, based on what experience that I do have, pretty much everything there you can do, like, in the game. If you like simulators, it's definitely a game worth looking into. And you see on the screen there, I haven't dedicated the profile to my YouTube like I have on here because, unlike Xbox 360, Xbox One requires a email link to the profile. I had a bit of a hard time with that when my kids decided they wanted to play with me. I had to actually create email accounts for all of them so they could all have their own profile to stay off of my schniz. But my 4-year-old, you see the one in the middle there, it's labeled Bradley. Because, let's face it, he's 4, he likes tractors, he likes big machines, he likes cows and horses and all that other good jazz. So, I forgot trying to keep the video kind of short because last night I tried to shoot a video and I compiled an hour, I think it was an hour and 10 minutes of just me running my mouth, and I just was not happy with the results of the video. So today we're going to try something a little bit different. I've already made a couple of attempts today and I just could not quite hit the mark like I wanted to. Hopefully third time's charm. So I'm going to go over here to save game 4. Now, whenever you start a new game, you have 3 different options. For lack of better, for just gamer scenario, these are on the far left. New Farmer is easy. Farm Manager would be medium. And Start from Scratch would be hard, just based on the descriptions. In New Farmer, you already own land and some equipment, and Ravenport will teach you how to play Farming Simulator. So it sounds like a pretty easy mode. You start with a handful of tractors, limited equipment. You start with enough to get you started. You actually have one field already ready to harvest in the game, just right off rip. All of your equipment is laying there in front of you. You just have to hook up to your headers, your trailers, and whatever, and get to it. Now, Farm Manager, you start with substantial funds, but no land, no buildings, no equipment. It's up to you to decide what your farm will look like, and that's exactly what it is. That's the mode that I play on. You start with a little over $1 million, which that sounds like a lot, but yeah, you also have a hell of a loan that you got to pay back, that you owe interest on like every day. It's really a pain in the butt. But but this way you can pick which field you want. All the fields are numbered, and in Ravenport they're 1 through 26. In the New Farmer mode, you start with fields 19, 23, 24, 25, and 26, which I'll show you in the map here in just a minute. I'm going to do it in Ravenport, simply because I know Ravenport better than I know the other map. and then start from scratch. Starting capital very limited. You don't own any land or equipment yet. Economy is tough. Prices are low. Gameplay elements are on the most realistic setting. I'm not going to change any of the settings once I start. And just because I've never done it, I try to present you guys with real, raw footage, I guess you would say, as best as I can on YouTube, because I have guidelines I have to follow by. And you have the option of starting in Ravenport or Felsbrunn. My old lady tried Felsbrunn, and what little bit that I seen, she played about an hour. What little bit that I saw, Felsbrunn seems to have more fields, but everything is much tighter compacted. Like I say, I know Ravenport better. Whoa! What in the world? Hold on. Let me, where is my character, man? Like, I want to say that I was too, I don't think it really matters. Does it? See if I can pick a hat that looks like something I would wear. There we go. I don't want to be Chinese, homie. I got nothing against Chinese people. I just don't. I'm not Chinese. I think that looks reasonably close to me. Let's see. I like to see. There we go. Alrighty. And here, every time you start the game, whether you start a previous save or you start a new game, you have the option of adding DLCs. Now, most of these are free DLCs. The Valtra series, or the CLAAS Pack Platinum Expansion came with the game. The Homer Terra variant DLC, I believe, came with the game. Now, the Manhandra Retriever 1000 is basically a glorified golf cart. I thought it would be fun, and I bought it. I think I spent 99 real money on it. The Rotney Pack, I kept seeing advertisements popping up on my homepage. I don't know, those of you that are paying attention might have seen the advertisement for the Alpine Pack over there on the right-hand side. Same thing with Rotney Pack. I kept seeing Rotney Pack pop up. I'm like, you know what? In my save game, I do a lot of forestry and logging to make my profit. So I went on and bought the Rotney Pack. Again, not real expensive, about $5-6 real money. And the Valtra N-Series Gold was a free DLC. I'm like, yeah, why not? So let's go ahead and get started on this. Like I say, those of you that get into simulators, those of you that want an experience that's semi-realistic or close to realistic. And for those of you that don't know, I'm on Xbox One, so I'll be going as I go through the controls, as I call them out. I'll be telling you the controls that are on Xbox One. Having a knowledge of farming helps, and me growing up in the South, my very first job when I was 17 years old was on a farm, believe it or not. I was mixing cow feed and bull feed. And then I moved on to other things. By the time it was all said and done, I was stretching out fence for new cows to be coming in. And again, that's about all I could do at 17, 18 years old. I could drive a four-wheeler, pull a small trailer. I had my fence wire, my little hand tools. And, you know, I just start from one corner, stretch it out, drive some T-posts in the ground. And just stretch out the fence. And I could have one field of, what was it, 40 acres, that one field that I did that one day, that I did in one day. You only have enough money to start a small farm. First, buy some land, buildings, and necessary tools. Then sell your products and expand your farm. Alright, self-explanatory. Now, in the top left-hand, we see controls. A to jump, Y to crouch. Pretty self-explanatory. Or not self-explanatory, but explains itself. Down in the lower left, we see the map, left bumper, and click left stick. We can bring it up bigger. So these are all the fields. They are numbered 1 to 26. Now right here where I'm standing at 19, 24, 25, and 26, if you were to start on easy, you would start with 19, 24, 25, and 26. But since I'm just starting, let me see, looks like I got 500K in the bank. I'm looking at the top right-hand corner of the screen, by the way. That's... in the top right-hand corner of the screen, I have the little circle icon with the lines. That means it's sunny, which, I mean, I know some of you are probably like, man, that's self-explanatory. But later on in the game, you'll see two icons up there. It might be a sun and a cloud, or a cloud and like a rain icon, or something to that effect. And it's really, really helpful to kind of sort of know how the weather is, because you can't run your equipment in weather. Now, if you press start, you can come to this map, and here's all the fields in all of their glory. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. All of these black circles with the yellow icon, those are drop-off points. That's where you can drop off whatever it is that you have, whether you have lumber, you have wood chips, you have now the lime station has something to do with lime. I'm pretty sure we'll learn about that. I've never used lime in my previous modes. Let's see if let's see. I'm gonna set my time to real time right quick. Economic difficulty normal, traffic is on, dirt is normal, automatic engine start is off. Let's turn that on, because when I get in a tractor, I want it to crank up when I get in it. Stop and go braking. I believe what that means is that if I'm going forward, because there is actually no brakes. Right trigger's your gas forward, left trigger's your gas backwards. If I'm going forwards and I hit my left trigger to slow down and stop, then if I continue to hold the left trigger, I want to start backing up. Like, helper refill, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Plant growth slow. We'll see what happens. Plant withering is on. That means that I have a certain amount of time to harvest my crop, or they will die and be worthless. Crop destruction on. That means if I drive through my field, unless I have certain tires on my tractor, it will destroy it. It will destroy the crops. Periodic plowing required on. That means that after every 3 harvests or some jazz like that, I have to get a plow behind my tractor and start turning it over. Lime required on. That means every so often I need lime. Let's see. I have 500,000. What's in this field? Cotton. Cotton equipment is very, very expensive. What do we have here? We have canola. Alright, let's go back to the map screen right quick. Now, if I was to click, if you look in the lower left corner, it says click my left stick to show the different lands. Okay, now I can go over here. Let's see where I'm at. Let's click the right stick. 362,000. That's not going to leave me a whole lot of money left over. Got to remember, I have 500K in the bank. Let's see, 23. That's 200,000. Field 22 is 280,000. Good God, why is that so expensive? It's a small area, but it's 280,000. 147, 227. So far, field 21 is the cheapest I've come across so far. 147,000. Let's try 14. 14 is kind of a small field. Okay, 102,000. So that looks to be my best bet so far. I can do field 14 at 102,000. That's way over my limit. That is, again, way over my limit. Let's see. 800. Jesus. 810,000? Woof. 1.2 million for field 8. But field 8 is also the biggest in the map, so I can understand that. 644, 438, 428, 847. Holy carp, these are expensive. Okay, so I could do field 21 or field 14. Field 14 actually gives me a pretty decent little stretch of land there. Field 15 also gives me a nice little stretch of land. So if I was to get these two together, let's see. All right, let's go back color code. What are these? This one looks to be canola. And this is cotton. I have nothing to harvest cotton. Let's go over here to contracts first. Let me give you guys a quick walkthrough of the start screens. Now, of course, like I said, this is your map. It's color coded to tell you what you're looking at. Right now, I have it highlighted fruit types. If I go over, this is growth. All right. And these are, like I said, color-coded based on what they are. How do I get that off of there? And we'll go soil composition, weed fertilized, needs plowing, needs lime. You can go through all of this and see what each field is. These are the prices. You go through here to see what sells for what. And each one of those icons, you'll learn what those icons as the game goes on. These are your basic crops. You got wheat. I believe that second one is oats. Third one is barley. The second and third one is barley and oats. I know that, but I just can't remember which is which. And that one that kind of looks like cotton is actually canola. Then you get to start getting into special crops. Your sunflowers, soybeans, corn. Whoop, wrong button. Let's see. Let's put corn at the first. Then you have potatoes, sugar beets, cotton, sugarcane, eggs, yarn. Let's go on down. You got first in line milk. And then that's either wood chips or chaff. Considering the only place that'll buy it is the sawmill, I'm assuming that's wood chips. Then you have silage bales, grass bales, hay bales, straw bales. The cooked potato looking icon there is manure. Those of you that don't know what manure is, poop. And some of you might be like, oh my god, that's gross. Well, any of us from the South knows that cow poop actually makes very good fertilizer. I don't want to, actually filter, get that thought out of my head. I can't say that on a platform like YouTube unless I restrict the audience, and I'm not going to do that for this game. And then the water drop icon right next to the manure icon, that is slurry. Slurry is the same thing as poop, or as manure. It's basically poop. What's the difference? Manure is solid. You can put it in a spreader with the spreader paddles and it'll fling it out like salt chunks. Whereas slurry has to be sprayed like Windex or something. Well, I mean, you wouldn't actually put it in a bottle like Windex. It would be on the back of a dedicated tractor tool to do it. This is vehicle overview. Once I get some equipment, it'll start popping up here. It'll tell me this is leased. The hand with the key icon is leased. The basket, I believe, is how much money it has netted me. The wrench icon would be its lifespan. Like I say, we'll go over that once I start getting some equipment. Finances. Oh my goodness, I owe nothing on a loan. That is fantabulous news. But if you see at the bottom, for X, I have the option to borrow $5,000. Y, the option to repay $5,000. So if I borrow money, I absolutely have to pay it back. If I don't pay it back, then I owe interest on it every single day. This is the animal screen. Now, I don't have any animals yet, but we'll come back and visit this whenever I get some animals. If I get some animals. I don't know yet. Here we have a few contracts. This is where you can net extra money, like really, really easily. Fertilizing. Harvesting. Harvesting contracts are thebomb.com. Okay. Actually, I'm going to borrow items. Go ahead and start this one. I'll get back to that in a minute. Statistics. This tells you what all you've done. Self-explanatory. It tells you what you have owned, what you have done, what you've... it's your statistics. This you can use as notes or a cheat sheet to see what you have done, what you're capable of doing, and what you need to do, what you need to improve on. Game settings. You guys saw me messing around with this to begin with. This is general settings. This is a little more face value settings than the previous settings. And this, of course, is the help screen. This is kind of your Bible of the game. And this is where you find the icons for all of your crops. And it gives you kind of a idea of what to do, how to do, when to do it, etc., etc., etc. Now, plowing turns the ground over, gets it ready for new stuff. Sowing is just another word for planting. That's planting seeds. Harvesting is once your crop has grown up, then you can cut it down, make a profit, sell it. Root crops would be like sugar beets and potatoes. Those require special equipment. They are their own thing. Sugarcane, I think, falls in that category as well. Root crop processing, like I said, same thing. You have to cut the top off before you can actually harvest it. Oilseed radish. Oilseed radish is a plant, but it serves no sell value. You plant oilseed radish, and then, like it shows on screen, you get your cultivator or your disc or whatever you use, tear the oilseed radish up and plant over that, and it increases your yield. Cotton, which I'm fitting to demonstrate that here in just a minute, cotton is entirely its own category. Improving yield, this is talking about spread fertilizer twice, plus 25% each time. Spread lime every 3 harvests. Okay, so it remove bad weeds, plow after corn, sugar beets. You see what I'm saying? It tells you ways to do it. Grass and hay. I love doing grass and hay. Grass and hay is a jam up great way to make money. Collecting grass, you know, you can use you can actually use a loading wagon, which I may actually do that. Wait, no, that's only if you feed it to your animals. I'm going to be using a hay baler. But you cut the grass down, bale it up, and you can sell it, or you can turn it into silage. Straw, same thing as grass. You can bale it up, sell it, or use it on your animals. Chaff, same thing. Silage, that's what I was just talking about. Basically, silage is rotting grass. And once it turns into, you know, silage, basically, once it ferments and turns into what it turns into, then you can use it for your animals for TMR. Buying fields, I just demonstrated that by going over the screen and seeing which fields are what price. Here's your animals you have available to you: horses, cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens. And I just went left to right. And here's a little transport. You can, for a fee, you can have the animal dealer pick them up or deliver them, or you can get the equipment, do it yourself, and skip the fee. Caretaking, you have to take care of your animals or they won't take care of you. And here's a quick overview of horses, pigs, cows. Total mixed ration, TMR. This is what you feed cows, it looks like. And you can go on down here and see all the different things. I know I'm burning a lot of time, you know, going through this. But like I said, I'm trying to get a good overview of the game to kind of show you guys what this is about. Now, grass is a self-renewing resource. Once you plant grass, you don't have to, to my knowledge, you don't have to tear the field up and replant it. You don't. It grows back. And because, I mean, in my other game, around my field, I own field 19 and field 14. And around the edges of 19, I have, in the field itself, I have, I think, oats and a handful of trees, because I also do logging as my profit. Around the edges of the field, I'll cut the grass, bale it up, and make, you know, a couple thousand extra off the grass bales once I get a full trailer load. Straw and chaff, and that's another reason I do oats, because once I harvest oats, I leave behind straw that can also be baled up and sold. You know, there are so many ways to make money and do things in this game, and you can pause the video at any time to read the help screen here. I'm going to kind of go through it as I actually do it. So I'm just going to go little by little. You know, I'm going to kind of customizing equipment. You can paint it, you can get different tires, you can get different, you know, you can get different attachments. You can make the equipment entirely your own. Selling equipment. Now, I did not know this until I discovered it last night, that if you actually take the trouble to take your equipment all the way back to the shop where you bought it, you get 20% more than if you just sell it from the... You actually get 20% more than if you sell it just from the vehicle screen. And those of you that heard the interruption, I apologize. My 4-year-old walked in. Equipment lifespan. You have to work on your equipment, otherwise it'll tear up on you. It'll just be leasing. You can rent a tool or a tractor and pay for it by the day. These are all the icons that kind of tell you what's what about.
I will play game. How you play game?
This will tell you all the stuff about your equipment before you buy it. And same thing with this. This will tell you all of your equipment, everything that you want to know about your equipment before you buy it and after. 7 is age. That's that icon that I didn't know what it meant. Age shows how many days you've owned that vehicle. Okay, so grabbing objects, we'll get to that later. Tension belts, we'll get to that later. The AI helper, which I'm actually fixing to get into. Like I said, you guys can pause it and read it at your leisure. Weather forecast, that's what I was telling you in the beginning. That's that little icon on the top of the screen that shows that the weather is sunny. The train is at your disposal to borrow, to use, and all of that good stuff. And I will use the train at some point, especially for big fields. Big fields. Actually, I'll go to the map in a minute, and but you see here. So let's open up the map again. Ah, crap. Autosave. Okay. I should have just hit right bumper to go over to my map. And waiting on it to save. Alright, go to the map. Now this, I'm going to try to put my icon. There we go. This dark black double line right here is actually the railroad track. Now if you notice, railroad track goes all the way around the entire map. Now right here we have Railroad Silo West. Go around, go around, go around. Port Grain Elevator is a sell point. If you drop grain or anything down in here, you will not be able to get it back. You will get money for it. Go down, go down. Wait a minute. I missed my turn. It's right here. It goes this way. Then it makes a sharp hook here by the shop. Now you notice there's a yellow and a red icon here. All of these, that's the equipment that I just borrowed for the contract. We're finna get into that in just a minute. And it goes on by the animal dealer to Railroad Silo East. Now, if you notice, the really big fields here, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, are situated right in between Railroad Silo East and not Central Grain, Railroad Silo West. 4 and 5 are right here by Railroad Silo West. So you can actually, under a contract, or if you own the fields, harvest the field, drop your harvest off at Railroad Silo West, or down here at Railroad Silo East, and you could take the train around to, which Port Grain Elevator actually gives good prices a lot of times. But there are so many different sell points. Like I say, you can, let's go back here. For all the basic crops, you have 4 sell points right there. For all your basic crops, Central Grain Elevator, Point Grain Elevator, Ranch, and Restaurant. And then you have your special ones like the spinnery for cotton, spinnery for yarn, the sawmill for logs and wood chips. You can also go to the barn for logs and wood chips, which up there you see the barn also takes silage, grass, and hay bales. Which, using my D-pad, I can quick switch between tractors. So here's my train. Here's the first cotton harvester. I'm gonna get this truck right here. I'll pull up. Now every vehicle that you buy or borrow will be right here in this parking lot. Using right stick, I can move my camera around. I'm gonna hook up to this trailer, and I'm ready to start the contract. The contract is for Field 4. Alright, let's expand our map. Where is Field 4? Alright, so Field 4 is up there in the north section of the map. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit this road right here. I'm kind of going across everything. Actually, I'm not going to get my truck. I'm not going to get the truck first. I'm going to get this guy first. Since it is a little bit slower, it takes a little bit longer. Whoa, that turning is sensitive, man. Now, if you notice, up in the top left corner, you see where my control section is? It's changed. I now have right stick to select camera, where I can actually go into the cab here. And this is actually a really nice setup for a combine. That's a really, really nice setup. But I prefer third-person view so that I can see what all's going on around me. Kids are getting rowdy outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. The path to the backyard of my house is literally right beside the windows I'm sitting beside. I don't know, this is probably kind of boring, but you can kind of see how Ravenport, oh God, there's a car there. You can kind of see how Ravenport is set up as I go through. And you saw earlier when I went through the settings that traffic is on. Word to the wise, the physics engine in this game, not paying no attention. The physics engine in this game is hit and miss. There are times that I love it, and there are times that I absolutely hate it. One of the times I absolutely hate the physics engine of this game involves the other traffic on the road. Because the cars here, they're Superman's cars, man. Like, I can hit these cars at 60 or 70 miles an hour in my pickup with a full trailer attached. The other car will not be hurt. Other car won't even move. But my truck with trailer attached, weighing 40,000 pounds, will go flying like a frisbee. But that's just one of the times that that's just one of the times that the physics engine is nuts. There's other times that the physics engine gets kind of nuts. I'm getting really, really close to my, let's see, it's already been about 35 minutes. But I've explained the basics of the game. I might, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this harvester up to the edge of field 4 here. Now, I have 2 harvesters, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 1 harvester for myself. I'm going to let my AI helper have the other harvester. So I'm going to go down to the other end of field 4. I'm going to park my harvester, and maybe next weekend, I'll get to actually harvesting. So you guys, jump in the comments section, let me know what you think of so far of the game, of this video. Was my presentation well? Was my presentation off? Do you enjoy my videos? Are my videos garbage? I mean, am I trash or pass? So, I mean, just jump in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I haven't mentioned that I absolutely love the camera system in this game. Oh, and by the way, those of you out there that are farm nuts, that absolutely like love farming, you know, maybe you like the idea of it. Maybe you actually do it, and it's just something you really, really like. I'm gonna back up right here. Now let's unfold the harvester right quick. And then in the meantime, I'm going to take this harvester over to the field. You guys, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video.